Welcome. Today I received some very happy mail from James R. Eads. This is from the latest Kickstarter. I love this box. It's just wonderful. You know, he has such wonderful a sense of aesthetic and such attention to detail. Everything he does. I think I'm gonna have to find a use for this box because it's too pretty to just toss into recycling. Beautiful little thank you. And yeah, so this is Little Visions. Now the decks themselves are not new to me. I have the large versions. Oh, so here. So this is his next Kickstarter coming soon, and I will be backing this. Pretty much anything he does on Kickstarter, I will be really, really happy to back. Because I got a satchel. And I didn't even remember, honestly, what I tend to do a good bit. Oh, this is pretty. I'll spread it out once we get the box out of the way. So I got all three of the decks. And this is the Hermit and the Cosmic Tree. So beautiful. So let me put that there. And let's use the cloth. But his Kickstarters are always just so such a great experience. You know, he makes them really exciting, and there's always lots of good stuff. You know, tons of really nice add-ons, and like I said, everything he does is just perfect. The attention to detail with absolutely everything. Everything comes very, very quickly, and I think I was one of the last to, to have their deck shipped out. Just, whatever, that's where I fell, and that's fine. But I'll tell you, it only shipped the other day, and I got it just so quickly. So, so let's get rid of all this plastic, and then we can take a look at the decks. And I do have the full size of all of these, and I love them. And if you've been here with me before, you may be aware that I do love decks of unusual sizes, and I love a tin. So I couldn't say no to any of these, and just because I'm so bad at introducing myself, just take a quick moment to say I'm Meredith. I'm a spiritual life coach, a hypnotist, and this channel is really all about tarot and oracle cards, and ultimately empowering you, because that's what really matters. So, we're just going to take a look at these. These are so, I mean, even back here. Right, so this is the Oracle. And, oh man, I'm so excited. And there's a nice, you're not going to be able to see it, but this is lined. And it's a little cushiony on the bottom, and it's got like a velvet lining inside. I mean, this man is just impeccable when it comes to quality, and oh, look at that. I love this deck. So, like I said, these decks aren't new. This one was a huge Kickstarter, and it was like I went a little overboard. And it was kind of like Christmas when I received the Kickstarter. Yeah. So, I mean, we can flip through. Oh no. Oh, that's part of the image. I thought for a second it was damaged, but it's not. And you know, I wasn't sure if, because his artwork is so incredible and it's so detailed, I wasn't sure how it would be in a smaller size. But I gotta tell you, he knocked it out of the park. I don't have any trouble pulling out the images, and it's just, that's wonderful. The cardstock is incredible. I think I'd have to compare to be sure, but I think this is the same cardstock that he's using currently. I know I have an older version of Prisma Visions, and it's the glossy. I may have to just pick up the new, just to get this nice cardstock. But I don't mind that either. But yeah, this is, oh man. And if you're not aware, these these cards actually flow together to create, let's see if we can, maybe in a little, maybe not too much, to create one big vista image, which is really, really lovely. And they still go together. And one of the reasons I was so excited for the smaller size is that because his artwork is so beautiful and it's so incredibly immersive. I gotta pull you in. Let's see. Oops. Let's see what we can do to get in a little more. Let me move these out of the way. So I like to really do large spreads with his decks. You know, some decks, you know, I can go either way, but I feel like with his, to just kind of get everything out of them, it's nice to have that larger spread. And you see, even when they're not directly connected, it's still a really nice flow. So now if you want a real walkthrough or maybe a comparison between the decks, I can absolutely do that. Just let me know. And you know, I love this so much. This is a new channel. So if you enjoy this at all and find this even a little bit interesting, I would really appreciate if you would like, share, and subscribe, because every single one counts, especially in the early stages, but even later, and the best compliment I can get from you is for you to like it and share it and subscribe and hit that bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. Okay. So you want to see how it shuffles? Let's do that, and then we'll go to the next. Okay, that I totally mucked up. So we'll try it again. Normally I tend to shuffle on my lap, so it's kind of weird shuffling on a desk, honestly. Oh, super messing it up. We'll get there. So it does shuffle nicely when the person shuffling does a decent job. Yeah. So, betcha it would be okay on my lap. I know it's a weird thing, right? That's just how, let me just say, and I know you can't see, and I apologize, but I just want to kind of see if it's any easier. So on the site, because of the size, I think that it is a little bit harder to ruffle shuffle. It may just take a little breaking in, or you could just shuffle like this, which is probably better because of the wonderful gilding. It's probably better for the deck anyway. Yeah. Oh, look at how it looks with the edging and everything too. It's just really, really nice. Okay. So now, so this was Cosma Visions Oracle. So this, like the name, is his Oracle deck. The other two, what's going on? So I'm gonna just put this, and it does come with a little fold out, or maybe a big fold out once we fold it out. So it gives you just 3 words for each card. Oh, and look how pretty. And even the quality of this paper is just really, really lovely. Okay. So next, we'll do the Light Visions Oracle, or Tarot. Light Visions Tarot. This is the back. Now this one, I got the full-size deck with his last Kickstarter, I think, because when I, originally, when I first discovered his decks, I started with the Prisma Visions, and this is very similar. Maybe I should do these at the same time, actually, so you can kind of see the difference. Look at that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's open up. So this is the Prisma Visions. And again, we have, for both of these, we have that same wonderful paper. And just to show you, because it's so pretty. And that's the back of it. And then the front. And it just feels almost like material. And again, we have that nice velvety inside. And this beauty is silver edged. Right, so maybe we should just, so you can kind of see how they compare. Anyway, so, yeah, and kind of flip through like that. So I got the regular size of this one initially, and I thought, do I really need this? Turns out I do. I really enjoy both decks so much, and there's a different energy with the light visions, and it just, I don't know. I use them both, and for me, this, and different things, like this is a great example. It's not exactly the same, right? Aside from even the colors, there are differences there. And like, to me, this Emperor card is a lot more energetic, right? Like, this guy's doing more stuff, if that makes sense. Whereas with this one is able to kind of more of a rule by decree, whereas this one's like a rule by action. It's just, and it depends on the reading and everything else, but just looking at the cards together like that, that's how I see them. So there are differences. So it's not just a matter of the coloring. So if you need a little help justifying both decks, there you go. But truly, I use them at different times. Sometimes I go crazy and I do huge spreads of both decks together, and I really enjoy it. I just enjoy it. I enjoy the energy. I enjoy the readings I get from doing that, and it's just really nice. Now, if you have these decks, then you already know what you're seeing. But I really should grab. You know what? Give me a quick sec. Let me grab one of his other full-size decks. I'm sorry about that. I'm still in the middle of the my tarot deck collection, so I have everything kind of off to one side. But so this is the older version, so it's a little bit glossy. Still got beautiful gilding. Just so you can see the difference in size. It's a significant difference. But, you can see all of that wonderful detail still. So, it's just a great deck. So, I don't know if you want me to spend too much time going through all of these. I feel like this is going to take a long time. And maybe you don't need to see it, because again, these decks have been out for some time. But if somehow you are not familiar with James R. Eads and his decks, I highly recommend. seriously, any one of them, every one of them, you can't go wrong. They're really absolutely incredible. The quality is out of this world. The attention to detail, just in absolutely everything, in every aspect. It's just amazing. So, I haven't gotten to any of his decks yet in my deck collection videos, but I will. They're coming. I'm hoping, the last video I did, I think, was part 6. So, it's probably going to be 2, maybe 3 more parts, because I do have a lot of decks. But I will definitely go over these cards when I get to them. I think they're probably not going to be in the next video, not in 7, but probably in 8. And when I finish with the tarot decks, I am going to do one for my oracle decks. And then I think maybe either with the oracle decks or maybe just kind of between tarot and oracle, I'm going to do all the decks that aren't either. So there are some decks I have that are almost tarot but not quite, or not really oracle, or I have like his geomancy coins, and I have I just have some other decks that don't really fit in anywhere else, and so I thought I'd put them in with like Lenormand cards, because I don't have a ton of those. Although I just backed, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I'm getting really into Lenormand. But I just backed, I think, like 3 or 4 different Lenormand decks. But they haven't arrived yet. So, but I think I only have maybe 3, I think, right now. So, yeah, and there are some playing cards that I use, kind of like tarot, kind of like oracle, depends, but they're really pretty, and so I thought I'd share those as well. And again, you can see just here how they're combining, and how they're creating that beautiful image, and even like they just work so well together, so yeah, I do really like mixing these, and this smaller size is going to make it so much easier to do that. And these are decks that I absolutely use to read for others, and sometimes depending on where we are and everything, might not have a ton of space, so this will allow me to really make a large size. So like if I do like a reading on Zoom, I like to be able to have all of the cards showing, so I can do a lot more now with these. So I am super excited about that. Just to be able to fit more, and they're just so much more portable, and look how beautiful. And you can just, it's such different energy, right? It's just, oh man. How did I end up? Wait. There we go. But it's still a different energy. It just is, right? And this is very kind of, this reminds me of a song. Probably nobody knows this song, but it's Seasons by Jane Oliver. And that's what this reminds me of. Yeah. It's a wonderful, they are all wonderful decks. So yeah, so I'm not gonna go through every single card, I think, because I feel like I will bore you. So instead, why don't we pull one from each deck and kind of see how they read together. I'm not even going to attempt to riffle shuffle. So, I think they are a little too new for that, for me to do it well. But I do think that over time, it'll be easier. So let's say I'll have to play with them. But just, looking for maybe something to focus on for today. And understand that thing that you most focus on, that's what you create, right? So you always want to focus on something that's framed in a positive. For example, if say you wanted to stop a certain habit, right? You're like, I don't want to do that thing anymore. Instead of telling yourself, don't do that thing, you want to frame it. Ooh, lost a card. Frame it in the positive. Oh, and here we go. So what do you want to do instead, right? Instead of that thing that you understand it's time to get rid of. What is it for you? And it looks like this is a wonderful time to do exactly that, to create that change for yourself. Maybe it's something about your health. Maybe it's about your wealth. Maybe it's creating a new habit to benefit you in maybe every way, right? And I think that the time is right for that energy to help you to make it easier to do that thing that you've been wanting to do. Getting rid of that old habit you don't need anymore, or perhaps just creating a new habit, one that you understand is healthier and happier for you. Because you understand you have everything you need to do everything you desire to do. And it looks like today is a fabulous day to begin. And every new day is, it's kind of like a new birth, like a rebirth, like a rising up, this new you. Because of course you understand you're changing all the time anyway, changing in big ways, little ways, minute to minute, hour by hour, day by day. So now it's time to focus your intention, your energy on becoming what you desire. Because of course, wherever your focus is, that's what you become, right? So, I hope you enjoyed this. I cannot recommend these decks enough. Whether you prefer the smaller size or the larger size, or if you're like me and really just want them all, I totally understand. But whatever it is for you, just make it the right thing for you. The thing that's going to help you today and every day. And if you'd like to see more, if you would like a true walkthrough of any of these decks or any other decks, just let me know and let me know. Let me know in the comments. What's that thing? That thing that you want more of, that thing that you want to get rid of. And what are you doing about it? How are you enjoying your day in this new way? And until next time, be good to yourself, because you are so special and so wonderful, and you deserve only the best. And that is my wish for you. Until next time.